Hello, dear friends. Today, I want to share with you some heartfelt thoughts about finding protection and safety through prayer. In times like these, when the world seems uncertain and challenges loom large, it's natural to seek a refuge, a place where we feel secure and sheltered from life's storms. And what better refuge than the loving embrace of God? You know, there's a comforting truth that runs like a golden thread through the tapestry of our faith. God is always with us. He's our protector, our shield, and our stronghold. When we reach out to Him in prayer, we open the door to His guidance, His peace, and His unwavering protection. Take, for instance, the story of young David facing the mighty Goliath. Imagine this scene. A vast battlefield, the sun beating down, the armies of Israel trembling before a giant who seemed invincible. Yet, amidst the fear and doubt, a shepherd boy steps forward, not with armor or sword, but with faith. David didn't rely on physical strength or weapons. Instead, he trusted that God would deliver him. And we all know how that story ends. The giant fell, not because of a stone, but because of unwavering trust in God's protection. Isn't that something we can relate to? We might not be facing literal giants, but we all have our own Goliaths, be it a daunting task at work, a personal struggle, or uncertainties about the future. David's story reminds us that when we place our trust in God, no obstacle is too great. We can stand tall, knowing that the same God who protected David is watching over us. Then there's Daniel, who found himself in a den of lions. Just picture that for a moment. The cold, dark cave, the low growls echoing off the walls, the gleam of eyes in the shadows. It must have been terrifying. Yet, Daniel remained calm. He prayed and trusted in God, and miraculously, the lions did not harm him. God's protection surrounded him like an invisible shield. How often do we feel like we're in a den of lions? Perhaps we're surrounded by negativity, facing aggressive challenges, or dealing with situations that threaten our peace. Daniel's experience teaches us that through steadfast prayer and faith, we can find safety even in the most perilous circumstances. God's protection isn't just a thing of the past. It's a present reality for all who seek Him. And let's not forget Moses and the Israelites at the edge of the Red Sea. Trapped between the vast waters and an approaching army, fear must have gripped their hearts. Yet, Moses lifted his staff, and the sea parted, providing a path to safety. This incredible event wasn't just about escaping danger. It was about God's ability to make a way when there seems to be none. In our lives, we might find ourselves feeling trapped, with no clear path forward. But if we turn to God in prayer, He can part the seas of our troubles, guiding us to safety. It's a powerful reminder that no situation is hopeless when we have faith. Throughout the Scriptures, we find countless promises of God's protection. One passage speaks of God covering us with His feathers and finding refuge under His wings. What a beautiful image that is, a tender, caring God who shelters us like a mother bird protects her chicks. It tells us that God's protection is not just about power, it's about love. In today's world, we might hear stories of people who, through prayer, have experienced God's safeguarding hand. A friend of mine once shared how, during a severe storm, she felt an overwhelming peace after praying. Despite the chaos outside, she knew deep within that she and her family would be safe. And indeed, they came through unscathed. It's these modern-day testimonies that show us God's protective love is as real now as it was in biblical times. So how can we deepen our relationship with God and become more attuned to His presence? It starts with communication, regular, honest prayer, not just in moments of crisis, but as a daily practice. Think of prayer as a conversation with a dear friend. We share our joys, our fears, our hopes, and in return, we open our hearts to His guidance. Another practical step is immersing ourselves in His Word. The Scriptures are a treasure trove of wisdom and encouragement. By reading and reflecting on them, we align our thoughts with God's promises. We begin to see our circumstances through the lens of faith rather than fear. It's also important to cultivate a heart of gratitude. When we focus on the blessings we have, no matter how small, we foster a positive outlook that reinforces our trust in God's provision. Gratitude turns what we have into enough and opens the door to peace. Community is another key aspect. Surrounding ourselves with fellow believers provides support and strengthens our faith. Sharing our experiences, praying for one another, and lifting each other up creates a network of spiritual support that's invaluable. Lastly, let's practice patience and trust. Sometimes, we might not see immediate answers to our prayers, but that doesn't mean God isn't working on our behalf. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a mighty tree, our faith journey unfolds over time. Trust that God's timing is perfect and His plans for us are good. As we draw to a close, I want to leave you with this uplifting thought. God is always listening. No matter where you are, no matter what you're facing, His ears are attentive to your prayers. He understands your heart even when words fail. You are never alone. Remember, the same God who guided David's stone, who shut the mouths of lions for Daniel, and who parted the Red Sea for Moses is with you right now. His protection surrounds you, His love enfolds you, and His peace fills you. So let's continue to seek Him earnestly, to trust Him fully, and to rest in the assurance that He is our refuge and strength. May you feel His presence today and always, guiding you, protecting you, and filling your heart with peace. Thank you for joining me in this reflection. Stay blessed, and may God's protection be with you every step of the way.